Good morning, everybody. I wanted to go through our plan for the next 2 days. Um, I have split up our lesson into 2 days. I feel that for me to try to teach you 3 or 4 different things in one day is just not feasible, especially because you guys have a pretty big, you know, expectation load online from all your teachers. So I'm going to just cover 2 concepts today and 2 concepts tomorrow, which means I'll push our calendar back, but I will adjust that on the Google Drive. So not to worry. All right. So let's review what our equations for vertical and horizontal are. So this is from yesterday. So I'm going to have my vertical parabola. My vertical parabola is the one we're used to seeing. That's one we saw in Algebra 1, which means it has an x squared in it. That's the typical, like just normal parabola, right? So let's do the equation. X minus h being part of my vertex, squared equals 4 times p. P is the distance from the vertex to the focus, and then also the distance from the vertex to the directrix. And then I'm going to do y minus k. All right, so this is for my vertical parabola. So let me do one vertical parabola example. That's number 1. Now they give us the graph, and we're supposed to figure out the equation. So let's talk about what we're given. We're given the vertex. I'll just put vertex, V, right? And that's going to be 0, 5. And I also know that these two things are 2 spaces away. And the focus is always on the inside. It's in the inside of the parabola. So my focus is going to be that P equals 2, right? So that's good. Okay, so now, given that information, my vertex is 0, 5. My focus is 2 away from my vertex. So I'm going to do this formula. I know that P is 2. So watch this. This is H. Let me do a different color. Sorry. This is H. This is K, right? HK. Here we go. 0 and 5. Remember, the signs are going to be different. So here, x minus 0 squared equals 4 times the P. 4 times the P. 4 times the 2. And then y minus k. Y minus 5. Right? So this 0 squared, nothing. X squared equals 8 y minus 5. And you are done. You're done. Awesome. Your job is going to be to do number 2 for homework. Okay? You're going to do all the evens for homework. So maybe I could put that on the top. Homework, evens. All right? Let's do another odd because this is a right-facing parabola. My vertex is at -6, 1, right? How far away is my directrix? I'm given the directrix. That means that P is a 1 space away. Okay? So, here we go. I got my HK. So, here it is. Y minus 1 squared. Now, why is the y squared? The y squared is because it's a horizontal parabola, which means, let's take a sec, go back up here. Y minus k squared equals 4p x minus h. HK is my vertex, right? So vertical and horizontal. Okay. Y minus 1 squared equals 4 times p. 4 times p. What's my p? My p is 1. 4 times p. And then x plus 6 or x minus 6. Remember, it's the opposite sign. X plus 6. rewrite it a little better. Y minus 1 squared equals 4x plus 6. I do not distribute. I do not simplify it anymore. I leave it in this format. This is the format for the equation of a parabola. So you've got a vertical example and a horizontal example, okay? All right. Going good? Okay. One thing I want to talk to you about on number 2 that you have to do for your homework is when you count your distance from P, this P is going to be negative 5. Okay? So this one, from my vertex to my foci, my focus, it was positive 2. I went up 2. From my vertex to my foci, I'm going left 5. That's why it's a negative, because I'm going 5 to the left. Okay? From the directrix to the vertex, I went 1 to the right. Okay? So you're basically starting with like the furthest thing. This time the directrix was the furthest thing. So that's why it's a positive 1. But keep in mind, this one's going to be a negative 5. Okay? Oh, here, what's number 4 going to be? From my directrix, I'm going downward. How many? It's going to be a negative something, and you have to count. Okay, so those are some things to keep in mind, all right? Okay, we're moving on. Now, I'm not going to be given a graph. The next things I'm going to be given in the next 2 problems are that I'm going to be given my vertex and my focus. So it's really going to help you to make a little sketch of the graph so that you kind of know the direction that it's going to go. So here we go. Right now, I know that my vertex is at 0, 0. Nice and easy. Okay, great. 0, 0. And my foci, my focus, is at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there it is. My focus is inside my parabola. That means it's going to be vertical. And it's going to be facing upward, right? Because I made a little sketch. Now, my focus is at 0, 4. How many spaces away are these? Look at my y values. What's the distance between 0 and 4? And especially because I'm moving upward 4. So my P is going to be 4 spaces. Okay? So,
Water.
Get it. Sorry, that was my daughter. She wanted water. How funny. Water. Here we go. So I know that if my P is 4 and it's a vertical, I'm going to have to figure out what number goes in front of my parentheses. And so I'm going to have to multiply 4 times the P. So 4 times the P, right? 4P is going to be 16. Okay? All right. So that means that my vertex is 0, 0. Here we go. X minus 0 squared equals 4P. It's 16. I just figured it out. Times y minus 0. How easy is this? X squared equals 16y. And you're done. That is your equation, given the vertex and the focus. Sketch a little graph. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. Sketch a little graph. Remember, they always line up. So you're going to be able to count. I don't want you to do the distance formula. I want you to just count. How many spaces are they away? A lot of textbooks ask you to do the distance formula, but you guys, they're on the same axis of symmetry. Remember the axis of symmetry? It's this line going like this. Right? Folds it in half. All right, good. All right, we have one more problem because you're going to do number 6 for homework. All right? Backside. We're going to stop at number 7 because you're going to do number 8 for homework. So today's a pretty light day, but I'd much rather you be like masters and totally confident each day than me overloading you when you're teaching online and I'm not even standing in front of you being a dork in the classroom. I mean, that's my favorite thing to do ever. So let's go slow. especially because we're doing this until the end of the school year. All right, now, my vertex is at negative 7, 1. Negative 7, 1 would be like, I don't know, there. Just, that's fine, right? My focus is going to be at negative 7, 3/4. So that means that I have, that's 1. Negative 7, it's in line, but I'm only going to go up 3/4. Okay? My parabola is going to look like this. And you guys, in case you care, the space between 1 and 3/4 is what? What's the difference? And I'm going down, aren't I? From my vertex down into my focus. It's down 1/4, negative 1/4. So that means that my P is going to be negative 1/4 because I went from 1 to 3/4. I went down 1/4. Down because I started at the furthest most thing. Now, based on what we did yesterday, I've got this y, the distance between 1 and 3/4. So there's also something you can underline to keep in mind because my y values are the ones that I'm finding the distance between. So here we go. This is vertical and it's downward facing. So vertical and downward facing is going to be x squared. HK right there. X, what? Minus 7 or plus 7? Opposite sign. Squared equals, if P is 1/4, what's 4P? 4 times P. So 4P equals negative 1, right? That's going to be the number that goes in front of when I'm like running out of space. Negative 1. Let me write it again. Sorry. X plus 7 squared equals negative 1. Y minus K. 1. And you leave it just like that. You are done. So your homework is number 8. Your homework is 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? So that's your homework for tonight. We're going to continue on tomorrow with the rest of this worksheet, and we're going to do some completing the square. So keep in mind, coming down the road is some completing the square practice, but I'll go through it with you so you don't have to worry about it on your own. Okay, I don't want you to do any extra work on your own. Okay? All right, you guys, 2, 4, 6, 8 is your homework, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.